Tifu by suggesting that my daughter invite her best friend over after a life-altering event. My daughter, 12, had to have her arm amputated due to a serious infection. She always had a hard time making friends, so she has only one best friend, Chloe, whom she has been inseparable from since the first grade. They talked a bit on the phone, but haven't seen each other since the whole ordeal. She is currently homeschooled, so they haven't even gotten to see each other at school. Since my daughter spent her birthday and Christmas in recovery, I thought now would be a good idea to have a late birthday celebration of her choice. It hasn't been easy, but she has been through a lot and we felt she deserved a break. We just wanted her to have a little fun and be a kid, so I suggested we invite Chloe. She was excited about this. She kept going on about how much fun they would have and how she can't wait to see her. She is a very girly girl, so she wanted to have a spa day, get some lunch, then come back to watch Harry Potter. It's their absolute favorite movie. Either my spouse or I would chaperone them around. I called Chloe's mom to ask if it was okay for her to come celebrate with my daughter, and I wasn't prepared for the response. The reason why she hasn't come over with Chloe is because Chloe does not want to be around my daughter anymore. She doesn't feel comfortable and no longer wants to be friends. It finally made sense why there was always a range of reasons as to why she could never tag along when her mom came to check up on us. It was heartbreaking having to tell my daughter that her only friend doesn't want to see her right now. She was sad but understood. Her little brother, who is 9, offered to do all those activities with her. He is even willing to have his nails painted. This made her giggle and they shook hands on it. Although this was a sweet moment to witness, I know that my daughter is hurt. I noticed that she removed a photograph of them together from her nightstand. It saddens me that something that was supposed to cheer her up after going through so much, ended up breaking her heart. Dri suggested that my daughter invite her best friend to her late birthday celebration, but only for her to find out that her friend doesn't want to be friends anymore. This is very sad. I don't see a fuck up though. You wanted to do something nice for your daughter. That lil bro has been raised so well, I am so impressed. You know, to be honest, this was the best way she could find out. Kids can be freaking horrible to one another. Source. Was a horrible kid. So at least this way she's finding out from someone who cares about her and not by being snubbed or teased at school. On a positive note, you now know your son is an absolute top lad stepping up for his sister like that. Not the asshole. No fuck up. You and her handled it so well. Today I fucked up by peeing my foob's bed. Okay, so for context, this actually happened a few months ago when my boyfriend and I were not dating and had just started hanging out. I, 20F, was sleeping over in his bed, 21M. Let's call him Alex for the sake of the story. So I was sleeping and dreaming about a beautiful bathroom. The toilet was gold and there were diamonds on the walls, so in my dream I'm like, hell yeah, let me pee on this toilet. I start peeing only to slowly wake up and realize I'm peeing in this man's bed. I started texting a couple of my girlfriends like, what the fuck do I do? I really didn't want to wake him up and tell him because we hadn't been hanging out that long and I really liked him. Now Alex sweats like you wouldn't believe at night, often waking up in a puddle of his own sweat, so I'm like, I can definitely get away with this. I put a towel down on top of the wet spot and push him over so he won't touch it and go back to sleep. When he woke up later that morning, I said good morning and then I'm like, go to the bathroom. You need to pee. And somehow he agreed. I was like, damn, it was really that easy? I stripped his bed quickly and when he returns I'm like, yeah, your bed is getting stink, I'm gonna wash your sheets. He thanked me and then a month later I told him what had happened. He laughed about it and still teases me to this day lightheartedly. And now we are dating, so I guess it all worked out. Too long did not read. I peed in my future boyfriend's bed because I dreamt I was peeing in a fancy bathroom and I stripped the bed without him realizing I had ever peed. Are you too into role-playing? He could be Batman and you could be the Piddler. Edit. Thanks for the awards. My first platinum. I dreamt I was peeing in a fancy bathroom. Of all the dreams I have never dreamt I was peeing in a fancy bathroom. Now it's on my bucket list. I once went to the pub and in my drunken state, fell into an awe over a urinal. The cleanest urinal I have seen in a pub to date. The pub itself was a proper shithole, but the urinal was gleaming. I went home and crawled into bed with my girlfriend, and the next thing I know, she woke me up because I'm stood pissing in the corner of the room. I'd been dreaming of the urinal. 2 weeks later the same thing happens, except this time she wakes me up because I'm streaming on her back. 10 years later we still laugh about it. Sleep with them. Pee in their bed. Start dating them. IDK sounds like you just asserted dominance over territory you were claiming. Water under the bridge bed now I guess. Luckily he wasn't pissed.